Well, hello. Why can't you hear music? Huh. That is a great question. It's because it switched from the default. Yay! We got music. Welcome back. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Seems like it's a wee bit quiet for you. Wonder why that is. It sounds fine to me. Maybe. There we go. Well, the music transitioning, so we're not going to be able to really tell. But I think that's better. Welcome back once again to you'll never guess it, what we're playing today. And if you're watching the stream live, no, you're not. You didn't read the title. Because we're playing the simulator. Let's go. Welcome, 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 welcome. I'm gonna do a quick audio test, make sure everything's kosher on my end. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, that sounded like me. All right, welcome back. Today, that was a strange sounding bird. He's still outside. Today we have an updated WhiteBeard list. As you remember, well, I actually don't know if you remember, but a while ago, we came back to WhiteBeard a little while. Well, I bought an alt art leader of WhiteBeard a while ago. Not the original one, but like one of the special premium Bandai release ones. And I got it for a good price, so I built a deck. I built a WhiteBeard tribal deck. However, you can see that none of that has actually survived the culling, the trimming of the fat of the deck. As you can see, it's basically all been gutted out. And it is now basically just mono red good stuff. Little disappointing. Straw hats mostly. It's like a good chunk of straw hats that's searchable. We have like 3, 4, 5, roughly 5, 6, 7 cards that are searchable. So kind of a straw hat deck, considering there's like what, maybe 14 unique cards in this list. But yeah, something I've liked since I've got my straw hat, or ever since I got my WhiteBeard, something I do like to do is I will occasionally take it to whenever their new set is released, I like to try Newgate out and just see how it does in the meta. See if it, can handle the new meta, if it's viable again, because as older players will know, WhiteBeard used to be the menace. He was the issue, he was the problem for way too long, and really was never dealt with. Only for a very short time here in the West was he actually dealt with. We actually got a unique Western banning on WhiteBeard over this whole debacle, or over this whole thing, debacle, that's the word, along with Nami and Radical Beam. So these are always going to be in the deck just because they were so strong that they had to be banned temporarily. I think this was all the way up to set 4, because I believe in set 5 is when we got like Sakazuki, and Sakazuki put this guy to bed. Quite literally, in the anime and in the TCG, he did the same thing. So always nice to see. But now he's unbanned. So he more or less has been like, I wouldn't say power crept, but the meta has caught up to him. So now it doesn't feel so bad running him. It doesn't feel like he's a bad deck. Shanks is essentially the same thing, but slightly worse, in my opinion. But yeah, we'll go through the card by card. Trying to think, is there anything else I want to say about WhiteBeard? Oh, speaking of which, good thing I said something, because this list, well, no, my keyboard is still very sticky, because I wanted to go and look at the One Piece tournaments, because WhiteBeard, not recently, where is it, Edward, really? You're not going to show me? Can I type WhiteBeard? Yeah, WhiteBeard shows up, but not Edward. Let's see. June. No, there was definitely a more recent winner. Somebody just recently won. Not won, but got like a decently high placing sometime this April. And I'm trying to see if I can find them. He was just here, like, I was looking at it like 2 days ago. Well, regardless, I believe it was over in, where did they just have, I believe it was a European Regional Cup. A WhiteBeard got like 300th place. So I'm like, okay, let's check it out. And it's the typical list you would expect to see for a red deck. We have things that stand out, obviously, are the 9-drop Edward Newgates. I made modifications. This wasn't in the original list. Other standouts, Ace, of course. Kid and Killer, that's actually a standout. That's something you don't see normally in current decks. And this is also one of my things. What's her name? Baraket? I want to keep saying Baraka. I know it's not Baraka, but I want to say Baraka. She has a French name. Her name's French. It's, I believe, also shares a name with like a champagne company, like something along those lines. I, for the life of me, cannot pronounce her name. I keep wanting to say Baraka, even though I'm like reading the word back. Baccarat, something along those lines. She's a great blocker. I really like this blocker. We have 0 cost counters, so maybe a little less necessary in the deck. We could even switch this out for the blocker Marco, but honestly, it's fine. It's whatever. It's a blocker. We just need a blocker. It doesn't matter really who it is. Originally they had what's his name? One of the Revolutionary Army ones. The one that you typically see here. This guy. Yeah. Shariah was oh no, he's not. He's film. It's because he kind of looks like Ace, so I kind of associate him with he also looks like another Revolutionary Army character. I don't know if he's here. I think, is it this guy? Yeah, they kind of look similar. It might have been this guy I was confusing as this guy, but he's a film character. But he's one that basically matches power with your opponent's leader. So he's fine. He's whatever. Could be good. Could, you know, he could be a potential swinger. This lovely lady here just allows you to turn your cards in your hand into 2K counters, which is nice because, you know, not every card is going to be a great conversion rate. You know, if we want to use these Luffys as 2K counters, we can now. Same thing with the Newgates. And same thing with, like, you know, Radical Beams if we don't want to use Radical Beams for some reason. And of course we have Bad Manners Kicks. But yeah, I'm trying to think of how in depth I want to go into this deck. It's a deck we've seen a lot. We've seen these cards a lot, especially on this channel. I've played with a lot of these cards already. So we'll just kind of do a brief glossary. Edward Newgate, in case you don't know, is a 6 life leader, 6k power. Ending your turn, add 1 card from the top of your life area to your hand. This is deceptively good. Constantly getting to draw essentially 2 cards a turn. You know, we don't see something like this until literally in the next major set, if we'll ever actually get to see it. So we don't see something like this until this Luffy, until the blue-purple Luffy, which the blue-purple Luffy lets you draw for the turn and then lets you set the top card and draw something along this line. Like this card lets you, this is very powerful. This is as close as we've gotten. This is basically outpowering, arguably, the WhiteBeard effect. But yeah, having 6 life, drawing cards for the next like 4 or 5 turns is great. Really powerful. Having a 6k body means that it's much harder to block you and much harder to swing into you. So really good, just tanky body, tanky red body. That's very aggressive. Great to have. Kid and Killer. This one's pretty good. This is still pretty good. It's fallen off favor. I think it's fallen off favor for obviously I think this Luffy. This Luffy is better, but it is nice to have like a gotcha card for a little bit cheaper. It's a 4/5, so 4 cost, 5k power. Rush. When attacking, if your opponent has 2 or less life cards, this character gains plus 2k power until the end of turn. So again, very similar to Luffy, where your Luffy has rush and then swings in for 7. This is just, you know, this was the earlier version of this Luffy. Just this is searchable, this is not searchable, and it's a 2-of. So it's great to have redundancy in the deck. So that's why this is here. Otama has been good for a while. It's just, you know, it's been printed a lot, so it hasn't really, the price hasn't reflected in a while, but this is still a great 2k counter, just not searchable. It's a 1/0, so 1 cost 0k power, 2k counter on play. Give one of your opponent's characters minus 2k power during this turn. Really good, especially if you want to like guarantee something's death. Also combos great with Ben Beckman. if you manage to be on 8 or 9 Dawn, you can just, you know, Otama something and then blow something up that your opponent was hoping to keep, but you managed to hit. So really good synergy there. Of course, Nami is our searcher. Look at the top 5 for a Straw Hat card other than Nami. Pick one, show it, put it in your hand, then put the rest to the bottom of your deck in any order. This is the Edward Newgate. We've seen this card in the past. 9k, or 9 cost, 10k power. On play, up to one of your leaders gain 2k power until the start of your next turn. Then you can add a card from your life area to your hand by effects during this turn. So this was designed specifically for Edward Newgate. This pushes you up to an 8k body, major defense. It's an aggressive body that kind of is like a pseudo blocker because it turns your Edward Newgate, your leader, it turns your leader into a way too big of a body to deal with. So it makes hitting much harder to commit to. So somewhat of a pseudo blocker. It's at least protection to some extent. And then as a attached to Dawn, when attacking, K up to one of your opponent's characters with 3k power or less. So this one's a little so-so. It's not the greatest. It combos pretty good with Otama as well. So, you know, if you got the extra Dawn, you can hit like a 5k power, which is usually around like a 5 cost or a 4 cost body, depends on what your opponent has. So not bad. Baraka, or this lovely lady, is a 4 cost or 3 cost 4k power, 1k counter blocker. Opponents attack once per turn. You may trash 1 card from your hand, give up to one of your leaders or characters 2k power during this battle. So like I said, this acts as a 2k counter, turns any of these into 2k counters if we really want to, but it's only for, you know, once per your opponent's attack. It's also a blocker. It also has 1k counter. This is just a all-around good utility card, just not searchable or usable in this deck. So next one, Ben Beckman. Ben Beckman is a it's a staple. I would argue this is a staple. I'm surprised this wasn't in the original list that was in the London regionals. That's what it was. It was London's regionals. So he had something else here. I think he had the other ace in this list instead of this Ben Beckman, which is, it's fine. But this is a 7 cost, 7k power, 1k counter. On play, trash up to one of your opponent's characters with a power of 6k or less. So as we said, it combos great with Otama. It gets rid of almost anything your opponent played last turn. Really good tempo play. Great body, also just big swinger. Has 1k counter. It's great to have. Here's one of the newer cards where I'm like, I hear a lot of good stuff with it. I don't know how I feel about it. I've been pretty hesitant to play with some of these newer red cards, but now that they're in like the simulator and I can just, it just took me a while to actually play with them. So now that I have a chance to play with them, I like them a lot more. But for the original cost they were going for, because this used to be like 15 and this was like 10. I think this was 5 a card and this was like $10+ for a card. And I felt like for those prices, it was not worth even tempting fate. Like unless I had a guaranteed deck and I knew they were good, I would probably get them, but no. I just waited and now they're at better prices, so I'll probably pick these up soon. But anyways, Sanji is a 3 cost, 3k power, 1k counter. Your turn, this character gains +3 power, and then on KO, draw a card. So good body to swing in. Very tempting for your opponent to swing into, because you know, at 3k, almost anything can just swing into this thing and just get a free kill. But obviously, your opponent, if your opponent does, you get to draw a card, which it basically just replaces itself, which is great. Our Tony Chopper is a pretty good 2k counter. This one I knew was going to be good. I just never bought it, but I knew this was going to be a good 2k counter. This is a 4 cost, 4k power, 2k counter blocker. On opponent's turn though, this character gains +2k power. So this is a 4, 5, 6. It's a 6k buff. It's a 4/6 blocker with a 2k counter attached to it. Very good, very nice complement to our other blocker here. So I like it, and it's searchable, of course. So it's just anything Straw Hat related is going to be good in the game. I think I've said that in the past, and it's beginning to be more and more true. And then this is our ace. This is the starter deck ace. This is still good. I like this card. I can see the argument to run the other ace. However, you know, this one I think this one's fine because it's similar stats to your other like sneaky attackers. So this ace is a 5k or 5 power, 6k body, No, it's 5 power, 6. Come on, wake up. 5 cost, 6k power, 1k counter. If your leader has the WhiteBeard parts included in its type, this character gains rush. Then, once per turn, if this character would be removed from play by one of your opponent's effects, instead, you may give this character minus 2k power for the turn. Pretty good. Doesn't work against battles or like, oh no, just battles. I was gonna say like KO effects, but no, this, yeah, if your opponent's trying to KO this. One of your opponent's effects. I wonder if this includes events. I actually don't know. Because I haven't gone up against a Blackbeard with this, or a black deck. Not recently, at least. Or at least not a black deck that was like actively trying to, like I've done an Usopp with this, but not like a true black deck. So I'm curious to see if Finger Pistol could deal with this, or if you could still proc the effect with Finger Pistol. Well, I mean, we'll see. Chances are, knowing my luck, we are going to see like 5 games of like uncounterable removal for this card. So yeah, we'll get ready for that. Our next 2k counter is Sanji. Sanji's a 2 cost 3k power, 2k counter. On play, choose up to one of your Straw Hat type characters with power of 6k or more. During this turn, your opponent may not activate blockers when this character attacks. So this is very similar to Diablo Jambe. Diablo Jambe was a 1-drop event, and this basically is a direct replacement for Diablo Jambe. I like this a little bit more than Diablo Jambe. If you want to drop one of these for a single copy of Diablo Jambe, I would probably recommend that. Just because it's more Dawn efficient. It has a wider range of because it could also do your leader, but the thing is we don't have a Straw Hat leader, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to be targeting our characters anyways. I like this one a little bit more because it's a 2k counter versus the event, which can't really do much in your hand. I mean, of course we have our blocker here that can convert events into 2k counters, so you can go either way with this one, but I like this. This is fine. It's searchable, so we're happy with that. And then here's the card I have been sussing the longest. For the longest time, I've been sussing this card out, and I finally tried it out, and I like it. I like this card. So this is Monkey D. Luffy. This is Luffy. It's a 5-drop, 6k power, no counter. It has rush, and when attacking, give one of your leaders or up to one of your characters 1 rested Dawn card. So, as I've said in the past, this is very much a baby version of, if I can find them, of Dragon. This is the smaller version of Dragon. Dragon gives himself 2 rested Dawn. He also has rush, but he's a A cost 9k rusher versus Luffy, who's a 5 cost 7k rusher. Dragon can get up to 9, 10, 11, get up to 11k. So I always thought also that this Luffy, if I can, no, he's a starter deck Luffy. I always thought this starter deck Luffy was just straight up just better. This one right here, I've always felt like this one was better between like the 3 cards we just looked at, because it has its own built-in unblockable effect. It also has rush, and it's a pretty big body. So, but the only downside is that it requires 2 Dawn, and it doesn't give itself any rested Dawn. And then Dragon is just a bigger body. It's much harder to sneak out a Dragon as a swing, but it is a much harder thing to counter out of. So I think this new Luffy is a good middle ground between unblockable Luffy and 8-drop Dragon. So I like it. I think it's good. I'm going to be buying a playset. Unfortunate because it's pretty expensive. It's getting up in price. So I'm going to pick it up as soon as I can. And then our next card is going to be our Zoro. This is a 4 cost 5k power, 1k counter. Sometimes I forget this has counters just because the little counter thing blends in with the art a little. So this has attached 2 Dawn. This character gains rush. We never do that. On KO though is what we're mostly focused on. You may play a red character with the cost of 6,000 base power or below, other than Zoro, from your hand. So obviously, the ideal targets are going to be your Luffy. It's going to be your Ace. Could even be your Chopper or your Sanji. Also your other blocker. Oh yeah, you could also do Kid. Wow, okay, so maybe I should go up one of these. Huh. Might go up an extra one of these, we'll see. But originally, actually, what I used to like to do with this card, because I have this in the previous version of my WhiteBeard list. What I used to like to do with him is, where's this idiot? Here he is. I used to like to play out Wapple. Yeah, okay, just making sure. Yeah, so Wapple, to me, Wapple is still like an MVP in red that is just unexplored. Only reason why I know is because, of course, Zanji, the mono red Sanji, plays this Wapple, gives it rush, and then gives it a Dawn, and then immediately just starts dominating the board. I think if you could manage to sneak this out with Zoro, you can get a similar effect here. Unfortunately, I don't think there's anything that we can remove, unless we want to remove this ace for this Wapple, which I would highly, you know, advise against. I think this ace is just better than this Wapple. But this is such a good, like, this is a good piece of board control. If your opponent has big bodies, this basically says no. No, you don't. Good luck. Good luck taking this 9k hit to the gut. So I really like this Wapple. I wish I could fit this into the list somewhere. But alas, it's just, it had to get cut. It's just, it's more of a pet card than anything, but I do like it. And then, of course, Radical Beam. Radical Beam is up to one of your leaders or characters, gain 2k power for this battle. Then, if you have 2 or less life, which a lot of times we do, this gets an extra 2k. So it's a 4k counter for 1 Dawn. It's great. Great Dawn, efficient curve. And then Bad Manners Kick is our 0 cost event, which allows you to counter. You may trash 1 card from your hand, give up to one of your leaders or characters 3k power for this battle. So again, another thing, Baraka, similar Baraka effect. 3k counter, we can dump all of our non-counters or bad cards in hand to protect our leader. So there you go, there's a card by card. And I like this leader. I'm sad that I know for a fact that when rotations happen, if leaders aren't protected from the rotation, I know for a fact this is not coming back. This will probably sit in the shadows forever. It'll be in the shadow realm forever. I don't think it's ever coming back. They might make a fixed version, quote unquote fixed version of this, but it's not going to be the same. It's going to be like these promos, like these really bad promo cards. If we can ever find them. Yeah, it's going to be like, it's going to have the same effect as these. If they ever reprint this leader, it's not going to be the same. It's going to be a shell of its former self. So might as well enjoy them while we have them. And I will say, this deck is good. It is definitely not the best, but I do enjoy playing it. I got a few warm-up games with them. It's very tempo heavy. If you can go first, you have your best chance of winning. If you go second, you're on the back foot a little, but you can recover. Matches, as far as like, what's a good matchup? I mean, I don't know. I haven't done enough games to really know what the matches are like. We'll see. I'll try to play it to my best abilities, but you know how it is. Of course, disclaimers, as always. Casual, not professional. However, I do know the game, so know that backseating is completely vibe based. If I don't like the vibe you're giving off, then you are going to be given a warning. I should mulligan this. Yeah. Slightly punished, but I'll be fine. We'll see how it goes, though. So, Sugar was one of the decks I did manage to play against. Let's see what Sugar wants to do. This could be a pretty tough matchup. I was pretty close to losing this matchup when I was playing it last time. It's just because Sugar's really good with playing with events. I wish I had a Gion in this deck. Unfortunately, Gion doesn't exist in any other color outside of blue. What'd you pick? Oh, oof. That's rough. All right. Let's get this down. Because we have to be pretty liberal with our cards in hand, and we have to be pretty liberal with our blockers. Because every turn we're taking a life, we have to be pretty aggressive with our counters, or at least that's how I tend to play. It could be the wrong way. Could definitely be the wrong way of playing. We'll see what the sugar wants to do. Bow, 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 bow. Also, because we're drawing 2 cards every turn for the next few turns, it's okay to be a little bit more loose with your hand. You know, it would have been great to have a Luffy by now. Trying to think what I want to do, because I can either play out our Sanji, or I can play out my Zoro. Regardless, I think I'm going to swing in with one. Make him eat up that blocker, if anything. So the goal is to either play out Sanji or play out Zoro. If we play out Zoro, we literally just play out the Sanji, so maybe that's not even a bad call. Wah, wah. Alright. Then I'm gonna play... Boy. There we go. 7 Dawn, man. Yeah, this deck, I mean, Sugar does tend to run away with the game, with Dawn at least. Definitely a good leader. I think this is still a great leader. Start cycling events out. We only have 1 event in the trash, though. Oh, no. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of, Baby. No, not Baby. Senior Pink. I'm thinking of Senior Pink. This is just card draw. Man, a blue deck would completely demolish this Sugar, though. 1 Gion and 1 Pudding, and it's over for this guy. Oh, hey, Peachy! How you doing? Yo! Yeah, we're playing some OBO 10. However, I'm playing with with WhiteBeard, so feels like an old game, even though we're playing with some of the new stuff. Here's Sugar. I do good. How are you? I'm doing good. I got too deep into One Piece. I'm financially crippled. Yippee! It's okay. I'm enjoying the game, and I have a lot of fun with the simulator. I don't know if you still have the simulator, but if you want, you can jump on and we can play a couple of games. But yeah, this guy's kind of taking his time. He's really thinking hard about his turns. Okay. We don't have a lot of things to do here. I don't, sadly, I haven't played. Yeah, oh man, there's some really good stuff being released in Japan pretty soon. Give me a second. I'm trying to think what I want to do here. But they just released, or they just did spoilers for some of the new leaders. One of them is Koala, which is great. Koala looks really cute. They also have a new Zoro card, a new Zoro leader, who is like, looks really good. And of course, they have Sugar. Sugar's very cute. I like Sugar. I like Sugar in the story as well. I think she's very funny. All right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, it shakes! No! Oh, brother. This is bad. Honestly, we don't even have anything to play out with Zoro. Kind of waited a little too long to swing into Zoro. Yeah, you can have it. I'm not gonna choose anything. I don't have anything to play. He called my bluff. Dang it. We could get out of this. Oh, we can't. We don't have a Dawn. No. Oh, everything's crumbling. Ever since he played that dumb Shanks. This was also another card I was thinking about putting into the list as well. This is such a good Shanks. He has Rush and he reduces all your opponent's characters by 1k. It's very good. Trying to think what I can do now. Because we're just waiting for him to pass the turn. There we go. We haven't seen a single new gate, so we're drawing our last life. Very sad. So either we win or we don't win. It's essentially what's happened. Shucks. Bleh. Just start forcing cards out of hand. Come on, Sugar. I gotta win this turn, please. Let me win. Maybe I should have kept that Dawn, because then I could have kept the Radical Beam up. Because what I'm thinking about doing is I'm thinking about playing out the Sloofy and this this block route. But unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to. Come on. Of course you would! Alright. We play our blocker and pray. That's all we can do now. And pray that we have enough counter. Oh, this sucks! Another one! No! Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because we can definitely take... What you got? You got one more swing. Come on. Oh no. Oh, did we survive? Dang it. That's fine. I'll get the draw. Ooh. Oh, this is good. This is getting rough. Oh, man. Fingers crossed. Oh, Peachy, it's bad. It's so bad. It's over. It feels like it's over. I'm trying to think. We somehow managed to get an extra turn out of this. Let me think. Oh, this is rough. This is so rough. This is our only chance to actually get like a win in. Because we have to go all in with this. Come on, sugar. What are you thinking? Just take it. Take the life. It's okay to take the life. Think about it. You're about to win. You're about to win. No! Bah. Okay. Oh, you... yeah. I think it's over. Because 5, 4. That's just gonna get us at 5. Yeah, even if he starts taking the life now, I don't think we'd be able to do it. Oh, this sucks. Well, we're at least gonna play it out. We're playing this out. Because this is about as crazy as it gets. This is about as hard as I can push. Okay. There we go. We'll let him take the swing. Oh, man. That was fun, though. That was a really fun game. Oh, look at that. Another one. Ah. Bro. Brutal. Man. All right. Well, that's the name of the game. Nothing I really want to fight. We'll just wait. Rip. I know. Oh. It was tough. It was a harsh one. That's fine. You know what? I don't know if you've seen any of the other streams. I don't think you've been catching some of them, but like I'm very used to losing in this game. PG, this game is not built for people like us. This game is like for like rocket scientists, man. These are people who are like, they see like 10 turns ahead of the game and they're like, ah, I see. You made this one misplay. You made this one misplay and now the game's over, essentially. I have won. I know! I hate it! Ah! A bunch of nerds play this game. Just a bunch of nerds. They don't know how to have fun. That's what I'm saying. They see you make one wrong move and they see it as a weakness. Ugh. Disgusting. It's fine though. I still enjoy the game. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can get another match. If we can't get another match in, then I'll probably try to snipe something. What is going on here? Hello? Oh. That back. Oh. Hello? Oh no. The game crashing on me. The game might have crashed on me. I think it was not very happy with whatever was going on there. Pop, 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 pop. There we go. We're back. All right. Well, at least we can get back in relatively quick. Let's see if we can find something to snipe. Let's see if we can get this Shanks. I guess not. We'll get the Usopp. Usopp's pretty easy. I can make this work. Let's see. There's nothing. There's nothing at the top. Gamer time. Yeah. We go back in. We may fall down, but we take it again. Take it on the chin. What are you trying to do, buddy? Oh, it's because he's searching. I don't have anything for my 3 dawn turn. Still don't have anything for my 3 dawn turn. I have a strategy. I have the perfect thing for this, for moments like this. It's called the bait and switch. They never expect the Nami swing. Except this one time, they did expect it. Okay. Yeah, you can have that. Yeah, that's fine. That's what we expected. There we go. Well, we got a blocker. That's nice. Something. Oh no, this is an issue. You are definitely a problem. But I have a Ben Beckman. Haha. Cool. Let's get him to use his blocker. Alright. Don't want to use your blocker, that's fine. There you go. That's what we love. That's what we love to see. This is such a good guy. I love Ben Beckman in this deck. Huh. Really? Only for one. Another one. Oh, another one. Okay. That's fine. We can deal with it. He saved it, which means he's primed for attack. There we go. Finally, we got a hit in. Come on, let it go. Let it go. Please let it go. Dang it. I'm going to be lurking while I do stuff. Good luck in the games. Thank you so much, Peachy. Good to see you again. Hope you have yourself a good lurk. I'll make sure to try to win a game for you. But we'll see. No guarantees. It's been rough. He has 9. 3K. I think we can do it for 3K. Oh, dang it. I miscount. That's fine. That's a miscount. All right. Oh, he finally got stage after so long. Wow. Yeah. All right. Oh, let's assess the situation. We got a blocker for sure. This is rough. Let's hope he just doesn't have it. We're gonna have to sit on that. Or we're gonna have to use it now. 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, this is... Damn it. Oh, this sucks. Yeah. Boo. Okay. Let's do a quick join. I saw a Nami I was interested in fighting, but I'm not gonna put myself through that. Not again. If I can avoid a mono blue Nami fight, then I definitely will. Oh yeah, that's right. There's a there's that new blue yellow Nami coming out soon. Man, oh, I'm so excited for that card. The alt looks so good. And it's like a decent effect. So I'm definitely excited to see it. Or I'm excited for it to come out in the West. I know, I hear a lot of good stuff about Vegapunk. I'm a little nervous about Vegapunk. Only because I don't really know how to play against it. I'm aware that Vegapunk can heal itself or play a 5-drop for free. Those are the two things I'm aware of. Beyond that, and I know it can't swing, so I know this is never going to swing at me. Those are the only two major things I know about. Searching now. Okay, great. That's a great thing to follow up with. But let's see, because Vegapunk has been doing really good as far as like trying to think, what do I want to get rid of? Vegapunk's been doing really good in tournaments and stuff and in like local plays. So I've been seeing this deck top recently, and it hasn't gotten a whole lot of new support. It is getting a new blocker in EBO 2, but that's about as much as I know. He definitely has counter in hand. Let's try to keep his board under control. And then we can send out Luffy to swing in. That's fine, because now he has to focus on healing. Now that he's at 0 life, he has to focus on healing instead of playing more bodies out. But he's got the Dawn now, so yeah. I did forget, he never goes down Dawn. 7. So he can pop. Doesn't have any blocker on board, which is interesting. What am I most afraid of here? I mean, they're all relatively scary, so I don't think it matters too much what I get rid of. Next time we can throw down our Edward negates, start just negating it up. You'll be able to pull this back out. Probably I'll pull this out or this. AO4. 5. Should be fine if he does trigger this. Because then he's just gonna be able to hit this Nami, and that's fine. He might just also counter, yeah. Let's see. He's got a huge board. So there's still a chance we might still lose this, just because we've just been focusing down his life and haven't been really dealing with his board. So this is very much almost enough to definitely kill us. But we managed to sit at like 8 life, so we're sitting at 6k or 8k. And we got 2 counters in hand, 1 counter. We got 2 life. It's a minimum of 3 hits he has to get through. Well, potentially 4, unless he heals himself. Okay, so we're not worried about that. All right, so yeah, he's definitely getting desperate. Trying to think of what I want to do. He doesn't have blockers, so all these swings are going to connect. That's fine. That's not going to work. And then, okay. Oh, whew. There we go. There's a win. Got you a win. Sick. All right, but that feels a little unfair. Like, we just beat up an old man. I don't feel good about that win. We just literally beat up an old man. Oh, there's Morgans. Oh, no. We'll go first. Oh, this is not a bad hand. A little greedy. We're gonna mulligan. Slightly better hand. Okay. I'm very scared of this leader as well. It has double attack, so it's gonna zap us of our life if we're not careful. Oh. You didn't swing. Okay. That is fine with me then. Oh, because yeah, you're a 5k body. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, this poor Yamato. He's gonna get his face smushed in. He might swing into here. Let's see. There we go. Alright. It'd be nice to have Ben Beckman, but we unfortunately don't have him. There we go. Come on. Alright, and then we're going to end the turn. Alright, so this hasn't been so bad. He does have bodies to swing into, but he has Luffy's he has to take care of. Oh, or he can do Electrical Luna. That's another thing he can do. I completely forgot that card existed. Six, 8, 9. I need at least 3k worth of power. But I'm thinking I probably just Radical Beam out of this one. Keep counter in hand a little bit. So that's guaranteed at least 2 swingers. Six, 7, 8. Need 3k at least. So we're gonna probably just do crush this, crush that, because I might want to play this out. Okay. Stupid card. Stupid Electrical Luna. Why's it gotta be like this? Okay. Give him some targets to focus on, at least over here. Now he definitely has to overcommit with his swings. And now if we get hit with Yamato, it's not so bad because it's not going to be a double strike. What are you thinking, Yamato? You got 4 cards. Hope and a dream. I'm so nervous. I think this is still like a bad matchup on my end. 8, 10. I think we probably give up the 2K counter then, huh? Yeah, because he hasn't blockered up yet. He might block her up now. Because what can he do for 6? There's nothing with Rush. Because he would need 7 for Hody Jones. Another Rush unit. What's another Rush unit for? It would be Ace, right? Potentially could be the yellow Ace for Rush. That's always a possibility. Other than that, it could just be another big swing. I can definitely do that. All right. So, I think we play out our new gate. That, swing. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Not a blocker. Come on, Yamato. You got it? Hey, let's go! Woo! Man, I was stressed out about that one. But there you go. There is a pretty good matchup. I'm pretty happy with that one. Let's check out the deck. This was a modified version of a deck list from London Regionals that happened what, about a week ago or so. And I think that deck got like top 300. And it's similar to this one. I made slight changes, such as, you know, the Ben Beckmans and what else did I? Oh yeah, that's right, this blocker. And I'm fairly happy. I think this worked out pretty well. Again, you know, it's a red list, so a lot of, you know, big red dummy stuff. It's definitely like math is for blockers kind of mentality when it comes to red decks. So I still think, well, in my humble opinion, I would say that WhiteBeard is still the better version of Shanks. However, WhiteBeard is gonna definitely get rotated out if they don't do a reprint or, like, you know, a rule change of like, hey, we're gonna do rotations, but leaders aren't gonna be touched, which I don't think they're gonna do. So this will kind of be like WhiteBeard's Song Swan. This will kind of be like his last time kind of doing his thing, at least until next year. Next year he's gonna very likely get rotated out, so let's enjoy him while we got him. Super old school leader, really like him. Menace back in the day, and yeah, even a menace to today. Like, the support that they've been giving this leader has stayed. You know, despite people switching over to Shanks, WhiteBeard is still a legitimate like threat. Changes I would want to make to the list for sure. I want a Goldie Roger. This was in my original list, and I would like it to be back in this list. There's also 10 cost Shanks, another great leader, or another great boss monster. As we saw with the Sugar, this basically won the Sugar. Well, Sugar won the game with this card for sure. I'm sure Sugar would have still had it if they didn't have Shanks, but Shanks really does make that gap much bigger as the game goes on, and even when you start like stacking them on top of each other. It's a very hard card. This is a very difficult card to get out from under once it starts hitting the field. So those are the only 2 cards I would realistically want to put into this deck. As far as what I would even cut for them, I don't know, because they're non-counters. I really like where this deck is right now. I think it's in a really good spot. We could probably cut the Kid and Killers for Shanks. I don't think that's a bad idea. However, I like the sneakiness of Kid and Killer in the list, and it's only a 2-of. So we didn't see it a single time in any of the games we played. So chances are, if we put in 2 Shanks, we won't see any of them either. And then Roger, like, we can switch out one of these for Roger if we really wanted to. But yeah, there's the list. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Hopefully, we actually got some wins, which is great. I guess, like, aggro, red aggro is like my play style, because I tend to do best when it comes to these kind of leaders. Big dumb leaders I tend to do really good with. So I think I did a great job showing this off today. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I got wins. Not every win, but I got, well, it was like a 2-2. I got like 2 wins, 2 losses. So I'm happy about that. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and love you and leave you here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching live or you're watching the VOD later on, I appreciate you spending some time with me. And yeah, let me know what you guys think about this. And if you would still run WhiteBeard in the future. But yeah, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for tonight. So thank you guys. I will catch you all next time. So bye 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 bye.